Hello, this video is brought to you by my supporters on Patreon and my members on YouTube. Minasan, arigatou gozaimasu. My name is Kurt, and this is my daily good life meditation. It's an exercise that I do every morning, a little bit after waking up. It's now 4:56 a.m. on February 6th, 2024, day 315 in my countdown to retirement. I do this exercise to remember my life objectives and principles, those which are outlined in my book, Going Alone, which you can get a copy of if you want from a link down in the description. I also use the time to think about the last 24 hours and how I did with the various challenges and opportunities that I met, particularly the ones that took me by surprise. I prepare for the coming day, and then I ready myself for death. But before I do any of that, I always like to read a poem. I was going to reread that poem from Walt Whitman yesterday, but I forgot to study that one word, so I'll just go ahead and skip on to a new poem from Edward Thomas. We'll come back to that one tomorrow. Today, I'm going to read a poem. I read that one already. Did I? What, did I read that one already? I don't think I read this one yet. Let's read it. I don't think I read it. Yeah, no. Looks like an interesting one. It's called A Gentleman, Edward Thomas. A Gentleman, here we go. Just a second here. A gentleman. He has robbed 2 clubs. The judge at Salisbury can't give him more than he undoubtedly deserves. The scoundrel! Look at his photograph. A lady killer. Hanging's too good by half for such as he. So said the stranger, one with crimes yet undiscovered or undone. But at the end the gypsy dame began. Now he was what I call a gentleman. He went along with Carrie, and when she had a baby, he paid up so readily. His half a crown, just like him. A crown to have been more like him, for I never knew him mean. Oh, but he was such a nice gentleman. Oh, last time we met, he said, if me and Joe was anywhere near, we must be sure and call. He put his arm around our Amos, all as if he were his own son. I pray God save him from justice. Nicer man never trod. I did read this before. The problem was that I couldn't parse out who was talking when. Seems like there's one man, a woman, maybe 2 men, a woman, and then a narrator, and I couldn't get the language just right, and I decided I would come back. That was a couple of days ago, and read it again. I think the second reading was better. Probably didn't sound so to you, but I remember being utterly confused the first time I read this. Paints an interesting scene, titled A Gentleman, yet he's a scoundrel, a lady killer no less. Hanging's too good for him by far, by half. I like that. Nice little tableau poem, huh? All right, let's get started. First, last night and yesterday, have a look at the checklist. Big day yesterday, average, maybe average big. On the personal side, I completed everything except this whole section. Typically, it seems like this section keeps popping up. I don't get it done. It's things consisting of preparing another book to ship, getting the bike ready to sail, an appointment with Social Security, managing our money. I take a daily look at our money, and I didn't do that yesterday. It's okay, I already did it this morning. Oh, I get to mark that one. Yeah, I did that this morning already. Although I've got I'll put a check mark next to it, because I did one thing, but I need to go back and do one more thing, and then get the dogs ready to ship to Japan. Did all the other stuff, and I fit it in there nicely, including during lunch. I was at work, so I went to a restaurant, sat there at the restaurant, and did a couple of these things. Work, did a good solid day of work. Mainly got the printables out for the fiscal team. That's good. The draft, I think I saw a response from one of the team members already. A good day. I just want to stop saying walking like Caesar. Walking like Stilbo, the Stoic. with all of his goods. In fact, I've got a t-shirt that says that. It was a good day yesterday. It's like I'm settling into becoming somebody new. That's what it is. That's what's happening. I'm becoming the new person that I'll be in my new life already. If I were to use the old imagery, if I were a moth emerging from a cocoon, I'm bursting out already. I don't like that image. It sounds, I'm no moth. I'm certainly not in, but I am new. I am different. I'm not going from this life into the new life, dragging the corpse of my old self along with me. I am deliberately becoming someone new. I'm forcing myself through the mold. I'm forcing you know what I'm doing? I'm stripping it's in the book, it's in Going Alone, about coming out the other side. There's a passage in there about coming out the other side with all your clothing tattered, your hole in your pocket, all the money gone, everything blood dripping, but out the other side, new man or woman. That's me. That's what it feels. That's exactly what this feels like, and it's the best feeling. It's like becoming at age 60, reborn again in a way, and ready for what's coming. Preparing myself daily. And I really feel the imperative to get rid of all of this. I don't want to keep this crap. Everything's got to go, except the stuff that is the inheritance of my family, not just me. I'll leave it at that. As for today, turn a page, so they say. It's just a full day. Lots of stuff at work, lots of stuff at home. I've only got 2 or 3 meetings today, so I can get this all done. I'll climb on that horse and just charge. Let's do the creed. The 8 objectives and 35 principles. The principle that we're going to talk about today is sin and damnation. Why do I feel like I already did this one? I did this one. Okay, what's after sin and damnation? Sorry. Oh, yeah. The season of philosophy. The season of philosophy simply speaks to, well, what is it? Well, let's read it. Sorry. Not very well. Just bear with me for a second. Sorry. Here we go. Let's read it. The season of philosophy. A quote. Philosophy wields her own authority. She appoints her own time and does not allow it to be appointed for her. Seneca the Younger. Think and record your thoughts while you can. See how the sun is fading now, dropping near the horizon? You will not survive the coming night. If you fail to record your words today, right now, they will never come again. Or maybe, if the words arrive again in some new form, some distant day hence, will you have the body, will, or constitution to record what you hear? Will your mind still function well enough to put the words together in the correct order? Will you have enough energy then for the effort? Will your hands perhaps tremble too much, or your medicine dull your nerves, or your broken self simply refuse to cooperate? Will you remain tuned to the muse? These are very real risks, so instead keep a pad and pencil handy now, or a recorder or camera, or pull yourself aside when the muse speaks. Attend to her words and prepare your thoughts and philosophy as best you can while you can. What that really just means is that every now and then the mind, circumstance, it's like a storm, sets just such that a particular idea comes flowing through, and that's a fleeting thing. Catch it now. Keep a pen and paper ready and handy to write down whatever it is, or maybe turn on the camera and record it, speak it into it. Whatever the case may be, paint it, whatever it is, because it's fleeting. and it'll be gone. And if you don't get it that one time, you probably won't get it back later. That's the season of philosophy. It's a season, a passing season. Okay, let's do the creed. The 8 objectives are to be always ready to die, to make good and effective use of time, to develop and maintain good and sound life principles, to cultivate good emotional reactions, to perform good actions, to recognize true limits and true opportunity, to do just one thing at a time and do that thing slowly and deliberately and carefully, and to keep our balance. The 35 principles then are war, reason, homunculus, anchor hold, home of good and evil, purpose, atomic principle, nature, pyroride, maturity, social principle, family, public speaking, temperance, life will not go well, the horror show, that which must be borne, the feast of woeful, distraction, agency, and the great indifference, the risk of avoiding risk, sin and damnation, complete oblivion, the season of philosophy, script writing, the bullseye, aim, the uphill climb, arena and utility, nothing is enough, the principle of fun, and being prepared. 20, 25, 30. What? I think that's 31? How is that possible? 20, 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I don't know what happened. Clearly, I mucked that up. Oh, it's okay. Okay, I'll stumble sometimes. Last question. Am I ready for death? Are my 3 questions. Are my affairs in order? Yeah. Are my relationships sound? Yes, as much as they can be. And is my life's work complete? Definitely. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to die without a single backwards glance. I wish you all the best. Be safe, but not too safe.